Biomos is a 1 to 4 player cozy and addictive puzzle game about developing new planets. As your planet reaches its first billion years, you will take on the universe's greatest challenge, creating life. Choose and place terrain tokens on your planet to create stunning landscapes. Combine terrain like oceans, forests, and mountains to match specific biome conditions and foster new life on its surface. Including 3 ways to play, Biomos features a family mode for newer players and a solo mode for an individual challenge. Whatever mode you choose, you will always work toward the same goal, developing the most biodiverse planet.
Good day, welcome back to Unbox and Conquer. Today we have a small game called Biomos, or Biomes, and who knows how to say this one. I want to call it Biomos. This is a puzzle game published by North Star Games, designed by Gricha German. I apologize if I pronounced your name wrong. It plays 1 to 4 players in about 30 minutes. Alright, let's get into it. So, I picked this up at my local game store. Apologize for the cellophane. I know some people don't like it, but I like it for the authenticity. But anyway, I picked this up at my local game store for about $30. It's not very expensive. Also, there's a little cat on the box, just so everyone can see the little cat. I think that's pretty cool. I like cats. And I keep dropping stuff. So you get a little pouch. You're going to have your cards. This is mostly card-based. You're building a puzzle while you're making planets with different biomes. Cards open. So here's your black hole. He is for solo play. You can either have him at 20 or 40 if you want to challenge. Alright. Here's the backs of the cards. These are going to be your giant biome cards. These are going to give you all 10 points. So you pick 4 of them at the beginning of the game, which I will demonstrate a setup towards the end of the video. So mostly you have all these different biomes, and you're matching these patterns up with the different terrain tiles, which will be desert, deciduous, and then desert, to get 5 points for this card. And here we have ocean, anything ocean, and you guys probably have no idea exactly what that pertains to since I haven't shown you the game boards. Alright. So you have your rule book. The art on here is pretty nice. It's very landscapey since the game focuses on terrain, and it is sci-fi because you're building a planet. So here's one of the cards, and when you gotta punch out this track and the moon tile. So there's 3 modes of play: standard, family, and solo. So on standard, you'll be using this side of the board, and on family, you will be using this side of the board. Solo, you can choose. So for standard play, you're going to have point allocations for the board. So I will say this is a nice thickness of board. It's not the thickest. I've played this game twice now with my gaming group, and I would have liked thicker tiles because they will warp, and then this track gets a little messed up. So you have planetary events right here, which means you can use these actions to swap your tiles around. And at the end of the game, if you have forest or mountain ranges in your terrain track, you'll get extra points. So it lays down on the board, and you're going to fill in this. This is your moon spot. So we have the ice planet, a water planet, and a forest planet to choose from. They all have the same desert on the back. So we get a bunch of punch outs. So you have glaciers, desert, forest, ocean, and mountains. So I'm just going to punch out a few of these so I can demonstrate how you do things. So let's put those. And they're the same on both sides. almost. So when you're laying, you get your tiles and you just kind of place them in this track or in the moon. Once your track is filled, the game's over. Once the last person fills up their card, you tally up the points. Whoever has the most points wins. And in order to get points, so you put all the little tiles in the bag. This is glaring hard. So you'll lay out 4 large biomes. And that's it for the whole game. There's only 4 choices for the giant biomes. And then you'll lay out additional 4 for regular biomes. From the bag, you'll draw 5 tiles. And then everyone goes around the board choosing a tile and placing it. Sorry, Trevor. Okay, where was I? Okay, so everyone will pick up a tile and place it. And then it goes around the table until there's only one left. And when there's only one left, we refill the tiles and it goes again. So you're going to place your tiles. Now, when you got room, you can slide your tiles around, but you can never pick up and place. So if I wanted to build this pattern, which is forest, glacier, forest, I just slide it down and I place that and I get the card. And then the next card will come out. I have 5 points and so forth and so on until the card is full. Now if you place your moon, that means you immediately get to pick up a tile and rearrange it. That's the only time you get to pick it up. Now you can trade in a ocean and desert for a forest. You can trade in a mountain and an ocean for a glacier. Trade in a desert and any terrain for a desert, which is odd. Why would you trade in a desert for a desert? You can take the glacier and draw from the bag to get a random. You also will place the final 2 biomes will go right here. And then at the end, you add up your score. And it is a pretty quick game. The components are good. They're just thick cardboard. Like I said, I only would like the game board to be a little thicker just so it doesn't warp. See, right now, even fresh out of the box, it's a little not as flat as I would like it. So, I mean, if they really wanted to get fancy, they could make this a triple layered board and that would be ridiculous. But then it would be a more expensive game. Not everybody wants that. So, but for what it is, I do recommend it. It is a nice game. It comes in a small box, so you could easily throw this in your backpack or suitcase. It's not pocket size, but it's definitely small enough that it should be able to travel. And it's quick, and it doesn't take up a lot of room. Like, this is maybe a TV tray size layout that I got going on. But that is Biomos. So, if you like this, please like and subscribe. Thank you for joining me to look at Biomos. You should be able to pick it up locally. Support your local game stores, everybody. See you next time.